video is sponsored by Cake Wallet, the easiest open source wallet to store Bitcoin, Monero, and Litecoin securely on mobile and desktop devices. When buying, selling, and exchanging crypto or trading for gift cards, Cake Wallet ensures privacy and security, giving you the keys to your coins. At Vacation Genie, we believe digital currencies are meant to do more than just sit in your wallet. They're meant to take you places. We want to help you step into the future of cryptocurrency spending, as travel is one of the top categories for spending your crypto. It provides you with the best ROI, lasting memories. Make sure to check out Vacation Genie today. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily Zest. I'm your host, Randi Hipper, here on a lovely Tuesday. We have some things to discuss today. We're going to get right into the news and do our thing here. Guys, we have a lot to discuss, including our spotlight today, which is a crypto founder that could actually be sentenced to 20 years in a prison. And who is that? It might be Alex Mashinsky from Celsius, if you were here during that wild time of the Celsius, the BlockFi, all that madness. We also have Samourai Wallet, again, a privacy type wallet that we need to dive into, especially because we're going to see if the crypto mixer case will be dropped. And we had something going on similar to that with Tornado Cash. And then we have Arizona passing some legislature for a Bitcoin reserve bill. We also have BlackRock that could be buying up to $1 billion in Bitcoin, and then Mastercard making moves with MetaMask and another exchange in order to maybe have some stablecoin capabilities and crypto spending. So if you guys are interested, and your coins to watch as well. Don't forget about your coins to watch. But if you're ready for this Zest News, the education, smash the like, subscribe to the channel, share the stream out with friends so more people know what's going on here. Also, guys, say good morning to me as I say good morning to you, and check out our 3 amazing sponsors of the show: Cake Wallet, Market Cipher. Use code ZESTY for 15% off, and then head over to vacationgenie.com. Check them out. And also, if you guys enter that survey, the link is in the live chat and description. You enter to win 1 Litecoin. Answers are confidential, and 10 people are going to win, or maybe 9 at this point, because we do have 1 winner from the stream, and I don't know if she's in here right now, but the first winner that I know about, at least from this survey, is Aquarian Done Napping. Aquarian Done Napping has won 1 Litecoin from doing this survey, and you could be a winner as well. So make sure you guys enter that survey. Again, 10 people are winning total, about 9 left now. Aquarian's here. Yes, shout out to Aquarian Done Napping for winning 1 Litecoin. Shout out to Aquarian. She's amazing, and I have a lot of love for her. And when I heard that she won, my heart was just so warm, so warm. Let's say good morning to everyone. We got Black Hat, as always, good morning to you. We got Brian, Piano Matty B, as always, thank you for rating in the stream. We got David Bowles in the chat, One House Productions, Cook 4015. Moby, good morning. Rob C is here. Bobby F, Mike Volmer, Verhoofdy Floof, good morning. Joe Harvey is in the chat. We got John Legend with all his emojis. Elric, good morning to you. Andy S, good morning. Jesse, good morning. Grandpa, what's up? We have XRP A11Y, Sadie. Oh, wait, I said hi to Rob already. Hold on. I'm losing my place. Mike Mazzone on X with Yukio. Good morning, guys. We have Sola Hefe. Good morning to you. B&H Baker. Good morning. Let's see. I hope I'm not missing anyone. I think that's Rashad over there in the chat. I'm pretty sure. OG, good morning. Squeaks is here. Buckeye. Alex Kaimana. Good morning. Low-key. Driftman. Good morning. All right. St. Jerome is chilling. For the People 21 says, loved your segment on Fox. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's very nice of you. And Aquarian's just killing it. We have Kimo in the chat. Hello. Deer Creek Society. Good morning. Backup Kid is here. Eduardo is here. Grog. Good morning. If I missed you, you can yell at me. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I give you permission because I want to say good morning to you. Right, Chris, Raphael, good morning over there on TikTok. XRP got a subscription over here on TikTok. Thank you. Nate the Great said, yeah, great job on Fox. Thank you. I appreciate it. Crimson is here. We also have Brent. Good morning. Uncle Billy is in the chat. Hello, everyone. Shadow, good morning. All right, guys, we're going to get into the news. We have a lot to discuss today. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. We're going to get into the market recap and Bitcoin price and then your breaking news headlines. You guys know how it goes. Virtual, one of the leading gainers today, up 16.9%. We have a layer up 16% today as well. We're looking at Flare, that's up 9%. And again, this is just the beginning of the day. We're just getting started out here. Monero still in the green after that controversial hack yesterday of someone getting hacked of $330 million of Bitcoin. And then that kind of being sent to exchanges and swaps for Monero, causing the price to pump. Nonetheless, we do have Bitcoin out here getting after it. Still around 95K, just below it right now, $94,880. We're down 0.17%. We've kind of been hovering around this 94, 95K range since essentially we entered that high 93 last Tuesday. So it's been about a week. And again, you would consider this pretty stable. And Bitcoin's too volatile. I would love to see how you think that, especially because, again, yes, we pulled back around 20% or more from the highs, but now look at where we're at. How much more do we have until that high? Let's do some ruler here. Let's do some ruler. We're 15% away from an all-time high, and you're still complaining about Bitcoin right now? That's absolutely ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, you're going to watch for 96K. I have a little alarm set there. Bullishly, you're looking at high 97, 98K. Right, XRP with the crystal dreams. Oh, thank you. That's so cute. Bearish level to watch is 91. We do have, again, that red dot that's still kind of pulling down this momentum here. The money flow is ever increasing, though. Again, highest money flow since the end of January. VWAP is still below that zero line. We really want to see that VWAP turn around here and go above that zero line, go bullish. Again, if we see a nice confident push with that VWAP, that's usually a nice tell of some bullish action there. We're hovering that overbought level with the RSI. I think this is pretty cool that we're hovering right below it. Again, it shows that we could have some room to pump up and move to some higher prices. Again, maybe test 96K and see where that goes. Shout out to Matt Pace, who is on TikTok, but a new friend of our Discord. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Let me just see what's going on here. Oh, MJ. MJ, how do you feel? What coin are you watching? What? I think there's a ghost. I think there's a ghost in here. I'm telling you, I think there's a ghost. There's a ghost. Anyway, Gazer, good morning. We have Rudy Poo in the chat. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's nice to see everybody. Nice to see everyone. Moving on into our breaking news headlines. We're going to start with Circle in Abu Dhabi. Circle won a regulatory nod from the Abu Dhabi watchdog as USDC actually hit $62 billion. That is just nuts. Now, again, USDC SEC received in principle regulatory approval from Abu Dhabi, paving the way for expansion across the Middle East. The FSRA, which is the Financial Services Regulatory Authority of Abu Dhabi Global Market, that's a mouthful, granted the company the preliminary green light to operate as a money service provider, edging closer to a full license after incorporating the financial hub last December. The approval advances our strategy to establish deep roots in the markets embracing the on-chain economy, creating new pathways for investment innovation in the region. And this is again from the Circle CEO, Jeremy, in a statement. They also announced a partnership with Hub 71, their tech ecosystem over in Abu Dhabi, which includes initiatives of their digital regulatory sandbox and grants to startup founders and offers access to institutional networks. Again, Abu Dhabi is very smart that they want to keep pushing crypto over there because they know, again, that's where a lot of the money is going. And again, they're always invested. Everyone always wants more money. So very smart people. Matt Pace, can you share the Discord link in there? Is that possible? We have weights. Oh, there you go. Matt got the Discord link. What a king. What a king. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. You guys are killing it in the chat today as well. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Please make sure you smash the like, subscribe, share this out. We're going to keep getting after it today. We have a goal of 150 likes, 150 live viewers, as I do have a ghost in my studio. Moving on. We're going to talk about BlackRock here. They bought the BlackRock ETF, of course, the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF, IBIT, bought $970 million in Bitcoin as the inflows surge, and it boosted the market, essentially. And so I think this is just a wild number, and I think a lot of people aren't really absorbing all the money that's coming into crypto and all of the buying that's happening. There's not a lot of Bitcoin left, guys, especially tied to exchanges. Around 2 million Bitcoin or less tied to centralized exchanges. I could probably get that updated number. I could do that after this story, though. The BlackRock ETF nearly bought $1 billion worth of Bitcoin on behalf of their clients on April 28th, with continued inflows providing structural support for Bitcoin's price appreciation. And their IBIT ETF bought $970 million worth of Bitcoin, its second largest day of inflows on record after scooping up $1.12 billion of Bitcoin on November 7th of 2024. Again, this is right after the election, so everything was pumping at that time. IBIT's near $1 billion investment brought total net inflows to U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs to just above $590 million, with all other ETFs realizing net negative outflows or remaining flat. ARK Invest ARK B ETF recorded the highest outflows of $226 million. So now the nearly $1 billion into iShares today, the second largest inflow since January 2024's inception. And so this is just absolutely ludicrous. And so this actually makes IBIT the world's 33rd largest ETF among crypto and TradFi-based ETFs, according to the ETF database. And even Saylor was saying that eventually this ETF, IBIT, could become the largest ETF ever. Oh my gosh, you guys are making fun of the ghost. There's a ghost. I'm telling you, there's a ghost in here. I'm not lying. Like, that was ridiculous. Like, you're telling me that was fine up until right now? There's a ghost. There's a ghost. I want to go get the on-chain metrics here. Bitcoin tied to, I'm going to see, I forgot which website, centralized exchanges. I'm going to see if I could get this. Does anyone have the link? I'm pretty sure centralized exchange. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this. Yes, Bitcoin balances on all exchanges tracker. There we go. There's not a lot. 711,000 on Coinbase Pro, only 545,000 on Binance, 126K on Gemini. Guys, that's not a lot. That's not a lot. And I know there's a chart for this. There we go. Guys, what is this? This is ridiculous. As of a few days ago, only 2.25 million in Bitcoin is tied to centralized exchanges right now. Only 2.25 million. That's not a lot. That's not a lot. If we have retail starting to FOMO in, friends and family, this number is going to mean absolutely nothing because there's going to be no Bitcoin left. And it could be bullish. Yeah, it could be bullish. Absolutely. Just because, again, the supply shock could, of course, drive up the price because, again, supply and demand, all of that. But it's just ridiculous. That's all that's left, and the price is still where it's at. So I think Bitcoin's massively undervalued. I think a lot of things in crypto. I think most of the crypto market is massively undervalued. And Bitcoin's market cap isn't even as high as, like, I would think that the market cap would be larger. I think the price would be higher, but again, we're still early. We have to stay patient. At the end of the day, if a lot of these buys weren't OTC and they were actually on exchanges, everyone's mind would be blown. Absolutely blown. Better get buying. Imagine. I wish I could. Listen. If I could buy some stuff right now. If I was a whale, if I was someone that was just sitting on millions of dollars in cash, oh boy, it would get outrageous here. Speaking of outrageous, I don't know how you guys feel about Mastercard. I don't know how I really feel about them either. At the end of the day, you know, we use Visa, we use Mastercard every single day, and they're going to inevitably get into crypto, and Mastercard has been making their way into crypto for a long time, and so has Visa, and we know what their ultimate goal is, which is CBDCs, because they just want to control us like the rest of the TradFi system. However, we know that TradFi, DeFi are going to intertwine. We want easy ways to spend crypto and have kind of a segue into spending crypto directly with merchants. But until then, we have intermediaries like Mastercard that has a partnership with MetaMask, but also unveiled end-to-end stablecoin capabilities, and they're actually going to launch a card with OKX Exchange, which I view as big news for OKX. Mastercard is moving deeper into the digital asset economy by launching new global capabilities to support stablecoin payments across its vast merchant network, according to the company. The payments giant is working with OKX to roll out the OKX card, aimed at linking crypto trading and Web3 activities with everyday spending. Again, I really wonder what that's going to look like when it comes to taxes. Meanwhile, merchants will soon be able to settle transactions directly in stablecoins such as Circle's USDC, thanks to collaborations with Nuvi and Circle. Paxos will help extend this functionality to other supported stablecoins like USDP, which is Paxos' native stablecoin. Jordan Lambert, the chief product officer at Mastercard, said, "When it comes to blockchain and digital assets, the benefits for mainstream use cases are clear. To realize its potential, we need to make it easy for merchants to receive stablecoin payments for consumers and for consumers to use them. We believe the potential of stablecoins to streamline payments and commerce across the value chain. Unlocking this is core to how we navigate the rapidly changing world, giving people and businesses the freedom they want by providing the choices they deserve." And so I really just wonder what their fees are going to be if you're spending, let's say, I don't know, $100 in USDC. What are the fees going to be? Do you have to pay gas fees? Is that going to be covered? What's the fees going to be like from OKX? Because OKX has to make money on the transaction. Obviously, Mastercard has to make money on the transaction. So I really wonder what that's going to look like. But that's just me. And it also goes back to the Mastercard MTN, their multi-token network, which again is like, for real-time settlements. But the ultimate goal of MTN, which they don't talk about in this article, is CBDCs. And this is actually something that Mastercard has worked on in collaboration with the Reserve Bank of Australia. So don't forget about that. It's just, I feel like a lot of things just get swept under the rug. But I don't forget. Hello, everyone. You guys are looking beautiful in the chat today. We have 101 likes already. We love to see it, guys. I did put up a poll. Can we hit 150 likes in 20 minutes? We're at 19 minutes and 30 seconds right now. Can we hit 150 likes in the next 30 seconds? I think so. Why don't you like and subscribe and share this video? We also have a goal of 20,470 subscribers, 7 more. We're getting after it. So shout out to everyone in the chat, right? Andrew Cameron, JC, Haven, hello. All right. Arizona, their legislature, their House of Representatives approved 2 bills proposing a different method of Bitcoin strategic reserve. And so I want to go and talk about all of this. I view this as big news, though, and I hope that it passes, fully. We see that lawmakers in Arizona's House of Representatives passed 2 bills that could allow the state to adopt a reserve using Bitcoin or other crypto. In a third reading on April 28th of Senate Bill 1025, a proposal to amend Arizona statutes to allow for a strategic Bitcoin reserve, 31 members of the House voted in favor, 25 opposed. Another similar bill, SB 1373, to establish a state-level digital asset reserve, passed with 37 in favor, 19 voting against. And State Representative Jeff Wenninger said this bill basically takes the approach that probably 15 other states are considering, the same legislation nationwide that allow the treasurer to invest up to 10% into probably mainly Bitcoin, but other things as well. Again, a lot of what you're seeing with these bills is that they want a market cap above $500 billion, which, again, Bitcoin is the only thing that qualifies for that as of right now. Behind that is Ethereum, $218 billion. So we're not close to that yet with a lot of other coins, tokens, whatever that may be. Oh, wrong button. Sorry. Now he says also that he, quote, I think this probably would start as a may for the foreseeable future, but as things continue to pivot towards Bitcoin and these things, would probably have that already in place in the future. And these bills could be brought closer than any other state-level initiative in the U.S. to getting a crypto or Bitcoin strategic reserve signed into law. Similar legislation proposed in New Hampshire passed the state's House in April and is expected to head to the Senate for a full floor vote soon. I don't know. I definitely believe that we need to get some Bitcoin reserves out here for the states, because if the states want to be wealthy and the states want to make money, then they definitely should invest in Bitcoin and crypto. Again, it's the best performing asset the last 15 years, specifically Bitcoin. So how are you going to go ahead and dismiss it? I wouldn't. And if this governor wants to get reelected, I think she should definitely calm herself and go and not veto this bill, because the Arizona governor announced earlier this month that she intended to veto any bill until lawmakers had a serious bipartisan funding solution that protects healthcare for Arizonans with disabilities. But again, there's a lot of other tasks at hand, so to go ahead and dismiss everything because you want one thing done is kind of, I think, a little, I'm not going to use the word I was going to use, but I don't think it's right, to put it quite simply. I think she's being a little, she's a little power hungry. She's a little power hungry. Yeah. Anyways, we don't like power hungry politicians. We want politicians that want the best for everybody in the country, not just people in their state. And I do believe that, of course, they should have service the people she's talking about. But we also have other bases we need to cover. So I do have pocket tools. I have one pocket in this chest. One. We have 115 likes. Let's get it. Let's get 150. Let's see what my friend on Rumble is saying here. Crypto is supposed to empower individuals to control their finances without interference by governments, big banks, and corporations. Yeah, and that's exactly what it does. It's exactly what it does. High taxes, no incentive. Especially because, again, you have the ability to be your own bank, transact 24/7, 365 with no censorship and no intermediaries. But listen to what I said, censorship. There's no censorship here. So we can't tell the big banks, we can't tell corporations, we can't tell governments that they can't be a part of the space because it's permissionless. So who are we to give permission at the end of the day? Do I enjoy that all these people are getting their hands in? Not really. But at the end of the day, is it going to end up helping the United States or other countries economically if they kind of implement pro-crypto things? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, BlackRock owns the world. So, of course, they're going to try to own Bitcoin because that's where all the money's going. But again, it doesn't take away from the decentralized revolution that's behind it. So I don't think it's going to be the death of crypto, my friend. It's definitely not the death of crypto. But we can't give anyone permission. That's not our job. It's not our job at the end of the day. And Samourai Wallet and the feds are asking for time to mull dropping the crypto mixer case. And again, this is a crypto mixer, Samourai Wallet, that asked the court for more time, as well as federal prosecutors, to consider potentially dismissing their case, which I think the other cases that should be dismissed are the ones with Tornado Cash, which I don't understand why that is still happening at this point. However, this case should definitely be dropped. Lawyers for Samourai Wallet's CEO, Keon Rodriguez, and Chief Technology Officer, the CTO, William Hill, said in an April 28th letter to a Manhattan federal judge that they jointly requested with the government for a continuance of the pretrial motion scheduled by 16 days. The executive's lawyers said on April 10th that they wrote to acting Manhattan U.S. Attorney Jay Clayton to request a dismissal of the case after an April 7th memo from the Deputy Attorney General, Todd Blanche, shuttered the Justice Department's crypto team. On April 24th, defense counsel met with the prosecutors and their supervisors in person at the U.S. Attorney's Office to discuss the request. The letter stated that the defendants believe that a continuance of pretrial motion schedule is warranted to permit defendants to avoid the significant expense of preparing their motions while the government determines its position. And again, that's a lot of money that they're spending for no reason here. It added that prosecutors agreed to adjourn without expressing any views on the merits. Now, I think there should definitely be a view by the government that says, here's how we feel about things like Samourai Wallet, and this is how we proceed with people like the founders going into the future. Because if they're just going to drop the case without giving anybody any closure on the situation, then it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. They should close the case, but we need closure as well. We need closure as well. Now, Rodriguez and Hill were charged with conspiracy to commit money laundering and operating an unlicensed money transmitting business in April of 2024, to which they both pled not guilty. The memo said, the Department of Justice is not a digital assets regulator, and it would abandon enforcement and investigations besides those which focus on prosecuting individuals who victimize digital asset investors or those who use digital assets in furtherance of criminal offenses, which, if they just created a technology, you can't use it against them. And this only makes me think about what would happen to darn Satoshi. If they knew who Satoshi was, they would have thrown him in jail for his entire life and then some. Probably in the afterlife, they'll still throw him in a jail cell because they'll say, oh, you created this and bad people can use it. Like, of course there's bad people that can use any technology. Doesn't mean that the technology shouldn't exist. Sad. Very sad. And again, if you're looking at blockchain, a lot of the time, despite some of the mixing activities that happen, you can find the money where it goes. Again, it's all up to circumstance at that point. But this is blasphemy. It's blasphemy. If they applied that to every other piece of technology, we would have big problems. Big problems. Shout out to GP. Yes, that's a G. GP. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. We have 130 likes. Let's get 150, guys. We're getting after it. 4 more subscribers until we hit our goal as well. Wow. Thank you, guys. Also, before I went live today, I saw that there were actually a little notion going on for a Doge ETF, which we'll jump into a little bit later. You know what? That'll be a part of our coins to watch. We're gonna, speaking about the Department of Justice, we're gonna talk more about them with our spotlight today, and that's gonna be regarding a crypto founder that could potentially face 20 years in prison. Let's do it. We all remember Celsius a few years ago. Everyone and their mother was on Celsius. Oh, just stake your crypto. Yay, Celsius, sell token. Woohoo! I never had a good feeling about it. However, a lot of people did. And people were leaving so much money on Celsius that they were able to make car payments, pay their rent with it. And that is just a lot of pressure to have, to leave that much money anywhere, to rely on a service. And it was like Celsius had almost a cult-like following. It was insane. So at this point, I was nervous. I was telling some people, are you sure you want to leave all that money there? I was saying even on this show back in the day, is this what y'all really want to do? Again, the whole premise of this space is to be your own bank, have money that belongs to you that no one can take. And if you're going to leave money on an exchange or something like Celsius back in the day, don't put more there than you can afford to lose. Like if Celsius, like it did, just shut off one day and you couldn't get your money back, then what are you going to do? If it hurts you, you got to make sure you take precaution. Just ridiculous. Alex Mashinsky, the former CEO of collapsed crypto lender Celsius, faces the prospect of spending the next 2 decades behind bars if the DOJ sentencing memo request is granted. Now, I don't know if this is actually going to work out here, but the memo from the DOJ urged the court to impose a 20-year prison sentence, calling the crimes a deliberate, calculated fraud that caused nearly $7 billion in customer losses and left thousands financially devastated. And that is definitely true. Mashinsky pled guilty in December to misrepresenting the safety of customer deposits and manipulating the cell token, and, quote, refuses to accept responsibility for his crimes and continues to shift blame to regulators, market conditions, and even his victims. Now, they wrote Mashinsky's crimes were not the product of negligence, obviously being naive, or bad luck. This is ridiculous. They were the result of deliberate, calculated decisions to lie, deceive, and steal in pursuit of personal fortune. I mean, this was just, I'm telling you guys, this was so nasty what happened here. So nasty. At the peak in 2021, Celsius managed more than $20 billion in customer assets. Mashinsky aggressively marketed the platform as a safe alternative to banks, promising high yields and low risk. Now, if you guys remember, and I feel like I still have the piece of merch somewhere from Celsius. Granted, the shirt was pretty soft, but the Celsius slogan was something like exit the banks, go to Celsius. It was just so nuts. It was actually nuts. It was unbank yourself. Yes, okay, yeah. It was unbank yourself. That's what they were talking about. Unbank yourself, go to Celsius. And I was like, oh, that is just obscene marketing. That is obscene. But it worked, and a lot of people really clung to that. Now, Mashinsky sold over, and this is personally, $48 million of Celsius token. Guys, if you are going to leave your money anywhere that's not your wallet, make sure it's not too much to where if you lost it, you would be devastated. I never want anyone to be in this position ever again. That's why I preach self-custody. That's why I have beautiful sponsors like Cake Wallet so that you could go there and store your money safely and have privacy features on top of that. Don't slip up, fam. Yeah, I feel like I wish it was all over too, because at the end of the day, we're just ridiculous. Lots of YouTubers were pushing it. Listen, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what anybody's talking about, right? You got to do your own research and evaluate for yourselves. And that was a big problem. And let me side tangent for a moment. This was a big problem last bull market where a lot of people were pushing different platforms. And again, you can't fault the people that get sponsored, one, because they're led to believe that these platforms are safe. Two, if someone's advertising something, you always go and do your own research. I preach for everyone to go do their own research. If someone's just promoting something, doesn't mean you got to go buy it. Doesn't mean you got to go sign up right away. Why don't you do some research? Go scroll through the website. And again, if it has anything to do with you leaving money somewhere, don't leave more than you can afford to lose. Do your own research always. And again, if you find out like, hey, you know, I really like this platform, I want to use it, then go use that person's referral link to go help their channel. Simple as that. But a lot of people were fooled by FTX. A lot of people were fooled by Celsius. And FTX was easy to get lost on, especially because, you know, Sam Bankman was all over the news. And then, you know, he was having FTX Arena and all these people like Tom Brady endorsing the product. Like, yeah, it was a lot. But always do your own research. Always, even you know, everything that I talk about, go do your own research on it. Even though I'd never lead y'all in the wrong direction. I would never do that. And that's really why I don't talk about tokens either. That's why I don't talk about tokens either, because I get nervous when I talk about any of that stuff as well. We do have coins to watch. We have your gainers, we have your losers, and a Bitcoin target, as well as a Doge ETF that could be underway. So let's get after it. Over here, we do have gainers. Layer up 15%, Virtuals up 14%, Flare up 9.3%, Bitcoin Cash up 5.69%, and Kaya up 6.3%. Bearish levels to watch, or not bearish levels, bearish coins to watch right now, or Deep down almost 13%, Trump down 8.8%, probably giving back a lot of its gains that it made. Walrus down 7.2%, Athena down 5.7%, IOTA down 4.3%. Those are your coins to watch, as well as Dogecoin. NASDAQ is seeking an SEC approval for 21 shares Doge ETF here. So the proposed Dogecoin ETF by 21 shares is designed to track the performance of Doge, measuring the CF dollar Dogecoin settlement price. Coinbase has been designated as the custodian, ensuring secure storage of the assets, and the ETF will physically hold actual Doge tokens instead of using derivatives or futures. Now, this structure aims to provide investors with direct exposure to the crypto's price movements, and it would offer a new avenue for investors to gain exposure to Doge within TradFi markets. Again, to me, this isn't real crypto exposure unless you actually own the asset, and that's all I'll say about the topic, because I feel like people are seriously misled. They think that they'll sell the ETF and they'll get Dogecoin. Like, that's not how it works, fam. Not how it works. You're not really investing in the asset. You're buying some TradFi. Anyway, y'all could only imagine what I just said. Moving on. Do we have 150 likes yet? Did that happen? Did that happen? Do we have 150 likes? 152. Oh, you guys are so splendid. You guys are so splendid. You guys are killing it. I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed to have all of you. All right. Let's keep moving. I'm going to look at some charts very quickly, and then you guys will keep subscribing to the channel, please. We have 4 more till our goal. There are Bitcoin targets of 115K. Again, we don't have many Bitcoin left on exchanges as we took a gander. Only 2.25 million are left on exchanges. That's not a lot. It's not enough. Hopefully we can hit 96K today. Do you believe we'll hit $100,000 Bitcoin this week? 1 or yes emoji, 2 or no emoji. Please let me know. Please let me know. We do have a members only after show tomorrow. If you haven't yet, please become a member of the channel on YouTube. And then you could go on Discord, attach your YouTube account to Discord, and then you'll be all ready for the after show tomorrow. So make sure you guys do that today so you're ready. ETH, selling pressure over here around 1820. That's your bullish level to watch, around 1820, 1818. Ethereum, man. Ethereum to Bitcoin ratio is low. It's a low. Bullish level to watch is, of course, the psychological level of 2K ETH. Bearish level to watch is around 1550. We're slightly in the green today, less than 1%. However, we have a red dot that's kind of mellowing out this momentum. VWAP is slightly below that zero line. The money flow is creeping up, which we love to see. And the RSI is kind of moving on up, a little bit choppy here, but still considered bullish, and we like bullish RSI. Litecoin is still chilling at $85. We want to hold support there. Bullishly look at 91, bearishly look at $74. Just a reminder that I will be moderating a panel May 30th at Litecoin Summit. So please make sure you guys check out Litecoin Summit. Tickets are $84, and let's keep getting after it. Hello, Refried. Thank you for checking us out here on Rumble. Shout out to Rumble. Hello, Smokey, over here on YouTube. Nice to see ya. Aw, hello, everyone. You guys are getting after it. I love that all of you guys are here. And if you're new to the show, don't hesitate to let us know. We have 1,000 people watching us on X right now. Love to see it. Shout out to X. X likes to pop off. X likes to pop off. And so does Rumble. So does Rumble. We're almost like 1,000 followers over there. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. And let's look at Dogecoin price since I was just talking about it. We really want to get above this 18 cents. What a battle here. We're at 0.178, again, just below 18 cents. And we're down around 0.5%. Again, we really want to target and hold support at 18 cents. Where's Litecoin Summit happening? That's going to be in Vegas. So Bitcoin conference is the 27th to the 29th. And then the 29th and the 30th are going to be Litecoin Summit. So make sure you guys are at Litecoin Summit. I'll be there. So. Anywho, we're going to keep getting after it today. We have a lot to take care of. As always, I encourage you guys to keep calm, hodl on, stay positive. Bitcoin's doing absolutely amazing despite all this economic uncertainty worldwide. Bitcoin is still holding very well at 94, 95K. And so at the end of the day, please, again, follow the basic rules of crypto, which is doing your own research, being your own bank, and again, don't invest more than you could afford to lose, and that's with any asset, not just Bitcoin. All of those rules apply to any asset, not just Bitcoin. And I have a lot of love for all you guys. I really do. I really do. We're going to have a lot of fun in Vegas, guys. If you haven't yet, again, please get your tickets to Litecoin Summit. You'll see me out there in Vegas. We're going to have a good time. You'll find me at your local In-N-Out Burger. And yeah, it's going to be a great day. Guys, please make sure you guys smash the like, subscribe, share this out with friends. Go check out Discord. Join the Discord today and become a member of the YouTube channel today. Connect that account to Discord so that way you could be a part of the after show tomorrow. And thank you guys so much. We're getting after it. We have over 160 likes here on YouTube. So thank you so much. Thank you for 100K on X. And I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Thank you guys so much. Smash the like, subscribe, share it out with friends. This was a nice, quick, and snappy show. I feel like we had a lot going on here today. But I'm very happy. I'm very blessed. And I appreciate every single one of you. And I'll see you tomorrow. Have a beautiful day. And as always, stay zesty. Mwah. Peace.